Alright guys, so it's Jeffrey again. So I did a review of two shoe reviews in the past. Now I'm going to be looking at doing a clipper, trimmer, and a shave review, all from the same line from Matsui. So if you guys watched the other review, you know I really loved the Matsui for Barbers Josh OP collab of the Art of Precision shear set. It's ones I still have on my station right now. And I don't plan on changing that anytime soon. So I'm very thankful for them. They sent me out this set of a shaver, a trimmer, and a clipper for me to try out and review and to share my thoughts. So I want to do a quick little unboxing, and then we'll do a more detailed unboxing when I put my little mount on. But right here is the shaver. And so what they're saying with this one is that it's got a 4-hour run time and a 4-hour charge time, and I got around 10,000 RPMs on this, so not bad at all. This is a double foil shaver. I usually use like only a single foil shaver. I feel like that is a little bit more precise, so I always go with the Babeless single foil. So I'm looking forward to trying a double again. I haven't tried a double again in like 2 years, so I'm excited to try this out again and see if I like it even more better than a single foil like I've been using. And so inside, immediately it's almost dropped everything, because like the packaging's really nice and simple, but when you open it, it's got Matsui classic shaver on there. It's got the owner's manual. If you want to read it, you can. A lot of people don't. And so then what it comes with is the charging cord. The charging base, which like I said, I'll get more in detail with it. And all metal black head foil shaver, all metal, very nice, like cherry reddish. And like I said, it's got the charging dock in there, but we'll check that out more in the proper unboxing that we're gonna do. The next one is Matsui Classic M Trimmer. And so this one has a brushless motor in it. It says 7,200 RPMs. And of course, it's got a deep tooth trimmer blade. I've watched other people's reviews with this trimmer. They've been iffy on the blade, so I'm curious to see what I'll think about it. And of course, it shows it's got a 3-hour charge, 3-hour full runtime with a 3-hour charge, which I'm fine with, because what I've noticed in the past with some of these companies that have like fast charge is that their batteries will run really well on the runtime they're supposed to do, and then they'll start to decline. I don't know if that's just the quality of the battery that other companies have been using, or if the fast charge kind of does that. So, you know, 4 hours charging on the shaver, 3 hours, and then 3 hours to charge, I'm completely fine with. And then in here, as you can tell, there is the trimmer. We'll do more in-depth review of it. And then you got your charging brick with your charging stand with the cord, and the most high durable screwdriver I've ever seen. Lets you know it's for trimmers too. So like I said, I'll do more of a fair unboxing on that soon. But so far looking pretty promising. All metal again, just like the shaver. And then for the one that of course I'm more excited about is the Matsui Classic M Clipper. Now, all the other ones were brushless, right? So brushless trimmer. Yeah, so brushless trimmer, but this one has a normal rotary brush motor from what it says. And then, so this is 6,800 RPMs, which for me, I'm a huge fan of 6,800 RPMs, because my most used clippers that I use in the shop is this FX1 from Babeless, the Compact Low Pro, and then the low setting on this 245 is supposed to be 6800. It's more like 6500 RPM, but I use that low speed most of the time anyways. I love lower speed clippers the most. So 6800 RPMs is still going to do most for debulking and everything, because I don't struggle with any of these things with snagging or anything. So for me, 6800 RPMs is perfect, especially with fading. I don't like using like anything that's like 7500 RPM clipper or anything like that. So of course, obviously this is a lot bigger. And so, like it says the Matsui M Classic Clipper isn't just a clipper, it's a machine with a classic rotary motor under the hood, solid all metal housing. It delivers the kind of raw, unshakable performance that it feels like a muscle car in your hands. And so, yeah, so DLC coated steel blades, 4 hours run charge, 4 hours run time on a 2.5 hour charge with fast USB charging. So if you use the normal cord, it won't be a fast charge. And it comes with eight magnetic guards, clipper oil, screwdriver, and a charging dock. And all these have like a two-year warranty, so they're really telling you that they stand by their products right away from that, not like a 1 year warranty or anything like that. And so with this one, again, owner's manual and everything that you have inside it, clippers right there. Like I said, we'll do a proper unboxing right now. All right, so now we're here for the unboxing, full unboxing. So right here is the shaver, and of course it's a smooth, powerful built to last, crafted with all metal solid housing, designed for high performance, detailing the classic M clipper or M Classic foil shaver. All right, so now we're here for the unboxing, and so now we're gonna do the classic M shaver first. And of course it says smooth, powerful, built for the finish, all metal housing, high performance detailing, delivers close, clean, professional finish that pros rely on. And so dual foil heads, heavy duty motor. And so there we go for that. Obviously this is 170 grams motor torque, foil cutter heads, 4 hours of charge and then 4 hours of use. And so it says built tough, finishes clean every time. What's included: charging dock, charging cable, cleaning brush where it's made, and again, like I told you, 2-year warranty. And so and it's got the charging cord, and then you plug that into this charging dock right here. So it's Matsui, and so definitely on the lighter end of a charging dock. And then all right here, here's the little brush that it comes with it, and then here is the foil. So it's all red. It's really nice cherry red. They have other colors too. This is just the one that they gave me, and this one's pretty cool. Black foil heads. On and off switches right here. Right here is where you take off the foil heads, where you see the cutters. All right, there we go. And then not the loudest, not the quietest foil. So overall, very decent for sound. And like I said, I did test the RPMs on all these before, and this was running at 10,000 RPMs. So it's gonna have more than enough for what the job needs to be done. And as you can tell, it just sits nicely on top of the dock like that. Nothing inside, so you gotta get your own charging brick, which a lot of people usually have a bunch of those lying around anyways. So that is not a big deal. So now we're gonna go in with the trimmer, which is, of course, it says Matsui Classic M trimmer, zero compromise detailing, built, precision built, muscle grade performances, The Matsui M Classic trimmer is your go-to for tight lines, clean patterns, and detailed beard work. Oh, sorry, my words are hard today. Packed with a high torque brushless motor and set in a sleek all-metal body, this trimmer delivers serious speed, balance, control, all in a 200-gram frame. Built like a weapon, moves like a machine. So, brushless motor, brushless rotary motor, and it says quiet, powerful, lightning fast, cranks at 7,200 RPMs, cuts sharp, clean through any hair type without hesitation. And again, like I said, deep tooth, DLC coated blade, all metal housing, zero gap, adjustable, cordless endurance, corded ready. And so 3 hours of full charge, 3 hours of runtime, charging dock, blade oil, screwdriver, and cleaning brush. 2-year warranty and where it's made again. So again, you can see right here, you got the charging dock, which has got some nice little weight to it. It'll light up and all that good stuff for you. Got the oil, got the screwdriver, like I told you, which was absolutely fantastic quality. And it lets you know what it's for. It's for trimmer. So I'm probably never going to use any other screwdriver ever again for my trimmers. You got the charging dock, and I think this is also for your blade. I'm guessing your trimmer blade to zero gap it. And then of course it comes with both dual heads, so you can either charge this laying out on the cord, or if you're gonna use the charging dock, you just plug that in right there. And then of course you got your head, which is gonna have whatever country you're in. And so, yep, usually what that means is that they got all the heads that you need. If it's Europe, USA, you name it, they got it in here. There's my plug-in for America here. So they made sure they knew it was going to be compatible with any other countries, and a lot of companies do not do that. So that is really awesome on their end. And so here is the trimmer. Comes with a trimmer cover. Here is the trimmer blade right here. Something that we've seen before with the T-blade style. It does have little grooves in there to kind of pick up the hair a little bit. And it's coming in pretty damn zero gap, so I don't need to be touching the blade at all. And again, all metal. It's got some ergonomics to it. It's got a little bit of a bend to it. Again, nice beautiful red. And of course this is a style that we've seen before, but again, it's a different trimmer. And 7,200 RPMs, and just, I was shocked when I turned this on when I first got it in of how quiet this is. This is probably truly the quietest trimmer that I've ever heard before. So you heard how quiet that is. When I was shocked when I heard that. I was like, there's no way this is 7,200 RPMs. I checked the RPMs. It is a little bit over 7,200 RPMs, so it is delivering the speed that it promised. And again, sits on the dock good. It is not going to go anywhere if you accidentally tip it in there. So very good quality for the dock. So now we're going to move over to the clipper portion, which is probably what more people are interested in. So I already read all the details earlier on this, so you can pause this and read it if you need to. But again, 4 hours of runtime, and then if you use the fast USB, 2.5 hours for charging. So I'm going to move those out of the way. And again, this one is the manual, 2-year warranty, all that good stuff. How to use the combs, all that. So this comes with a high quality screwdriver again for clipper, which I'm going to continue to use. And then here is the charging dock for this one. Pretty much almost the same as the trimmer and all that good stuff. And then of course got the oil, got the cord, which you can go in between charging it straight to the clipper or putting it into the charging dock. The plug-in, and the plug-ins here. What's interesting is, I don't think I'm seeing it. Nope. So the Woodshed Barber did a review of this clipper, and his came with 2 blades. Mine's only coming with 1, which is absolutely fine. I like to use the clipper as is before I do any tinkering with other blades. So here is the guards for the clipper. And people were saying about how these were worded wrong. Yeah, so they said this is a number 1 guard, but we all know that that's a half. And it's got a very smooth plastic, but tight. At the same time, not a lot of give. And then it looks like this is a 1.5. And they say this is a number 3. So again, the wording is a little weird, but if you've been cutting enough, you already know what type of guards this is without even really needing to look. So here's the clipper. Got a blade cover on it. And we have seen a lever like this on some other clippers before. I have used other clippers with this similar body style to this, and the lever was given out where it wasn't a click anymore. But this feels a lot more solid than those. This comes with a fusion blade or vapor blade type of style blade on here. And it's got some really nice deep teeth to feed in the hair, and the blade is already set very nice. So I'm not gonna touch the clipper blade at all. And so this one has a rotary motor, which tends to be a little bit louder, but listen to this. That is a very, very quiet clipper, even for a rotary motor. Now, obviously, this is the thickest metal out of the all 3, but this is super quiet. Like, this is not gonna take over conversations when you're trying to talk to clients at all. So, really awesome. What I plan on doing with this is trying out the fusion blade. I haven't done the fusion blades in a while because I primarily use the MIM blade from Babeless. So I'm going to use this, and then I'm also going to use this that I've doodled around with, which is from another barber YouTube channel called The Barber's Lounge, and it's their sound blades. It's supposed to sound like an echo blade. So I'm also going to try that on this just to see if this will crunch very loud with how quiet it is. But first, obviously, I'm going to test out the blade for the review. And again, here is the guards. It is sitting on there nice and snug. It doesn't have like the loudest clip in the world there, but it is not moving. So you are going to be very secure with that on. And I will try out the guards. There, that one had a better click. But I will test out the guards. I'm more of a Babeless premium guard guy, but I'll try these out. The only thing that's going to throw my steps a little bit is this, because the Babeless half guard is a 4.8 millimeter. This is a 4.5. So this is going to throw off my steps just a little bit, but I'll be able to make work with them. So I'm going to give these guards a try too. And again, thank you for Matsui for sending these to me. I will post some videos of me using them and then give my full review and honest opinion later. And then again as well, it is not moving anywhere on this charging dock.
Purchase your tracks today.
Purchase your tracks today.
So here's my final thoughts about the Matsui Classic M set. So I'll start off with the clipper first. So the clipper gets the job done exactly like it needs to do. It's going to be able to go through bulk. It's not going to be the easiest as some other stuff, but it still will get the job done. And again, I love clippers like around the 6,800 RPM range and everything. Those are mostly my favorite just because you're able to do more detailing. And so with this being a rotary motor, it's super quiet for rotary motor. And a lot of it might also have to do with it being a metal body. But I know I did say that I was going to change it to like the other blade I mess it with, but this Matsui blade is set so freaking well. This combination vapor style blade is set so well that I didn't even do it. And even this is still going to give like a nice little crunch to it anyways. But I really love this for fading and detailing. Like I said, bulk will get the job done as well. I didn't have any problems at all with the battery life on this thing, and it's just been very consistent with me so far that I've used it. I'll continue to use it so far. This for sure would be one of the clippers that I would want to deal with very much intricate fading, detail work, and if there's a client I've never had for the first time, I want something that's going to be more forgiving, to where I don't have to worry about potentially fucking up the haircut. So this will be the one that I'll reach for to make sure it's going to be very safe, forgiving clipper, and especially for the price, it's really good as well. Again, super quiet. And I did have a freak out about this lever at the beginning, like I told you, but so far 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have not lost the clicks like I have on some clippers with very similar levers with this. Now for the trimmer. Now for what I can say about the trimmer, it's been great as well. I know the wedge head barber and some people had a problem, like I think Cuts by Reggie had a problem with this blade. I have yet to have a problem with this blade. I don't know if it's just because mine's set so well, or maybe if my blade is just better than the ones that they've had, because I've absolutely loved this trimmer. The only thing I've noticed is that this is the only trimmer blade I've ever had where it actually gets hot. Like, and I'll just be only doing lining up or balding out, and it'll get hot from that really quick. I've never had a trimmer do that before, but that's just a little minor detail. All you gotta do is put some cool care back on it and it'll cool off. But that was the only thing that I've noticed from this. But otherwise, this has been an excellent trimmer, and again, quietest trimmer I've ever used. Yeah, very quiet trimmer. Because these are the other two trimmers that I was using. So the Compact Low Pro super loud for that. And then of course my saber. They're almost the same. This one's a little bit louder, but again, I've also had this for quite a while, so I'll hear if this will stay as quiet as it is now, or if it gets a little bit louder. But I haven't had a single problem with lining up with this, or with balding out, or do anything with beard, which obviously I need to take care of myself too. But this will do a really good job with the beard as well. I haven't had a problem with it pulling on a hair or snagging, which is very important because my Babeless, this Graphite 2.0 blade, it just absolutely loves to snag on certain beard textures and patterns. And so now I got two that I will continue to use for beards pretty consistently. But anyways, I really love this. Love the deep tooth. Everything about this trimmer has been really good. Like I said, it's got nice little, doing the lineups, your thumb just kind of hugs around the groove back here to here, so it feels really nice. And then balding out the thumb indent is really nice too. And then I'll talk about the shaver. So the shaver does a really good job. Again, like foils, this is gonna be the loudest one, but again, it's a foil, it's gonna be loud. But I mean, what I like about it, all metal too, it does a really good job. Not anything that I've recorded with, because for me, shavers are shavers, but this one's a really good shaver and it got down exactly where it needed to go. So I do like this for that. Did a really great job, and of course held the battery life well. I fully charged it once, and I have not yet to charge it again, because you're not going through your foils as much on battery life. And then the lid stays pretty nicely on there, so like that. And like I said, the colors are freaking awesome on this. So especially for this, the special of it going like $300, or at least the special it is right now for all three, that's a really good deal. And like I said, 2 years of warranty is really freaking nice. So they're really saying that they stand by their products, and that if there's a problem, they'll do whatever they can to make it right for you. And then the color selection is pretty awesome. Like I said, they got a really sick blue one, they got a really nice pink, and of course this cherry red looks absolutely amazing as well. And then of course with Matsui, like I told you guys on my previous review, they also make really great shears as well. And then if you guys pay attention about Josh OP like I do, Josh OP, not only did he make collaborative scissors, like multiple different ranges, but he also made an Art of Precision clipper, trimmer, and a shaver. And so I'm gonna try to get my hands on those and do a review on those as well, because I'm very curious, because I liked what I had about Matsui. They're on my station, they'll stay on my station for a reason. But I really liked the Matsui clipper, trimmer, and shaver set that they sent me. So again, thank you Matsui for sending those to me, and they will definitely be on my rotation within this year. So again, thanks for watching the review, guys. See you later. Bye.